Well, my primary message is, of course, to greet him. This is my first opportunity to meet with him and to thank him for his interest in working with WFP. It's not very long that WFP has worked with DEVCO. Historically, our relationship was limited to ECHO. And DEVCO recognized that with the opportunity to address the challenges of resilience, that you can have a twin track approach while providing the support that's necessary to meet acute needs, begin to provide the assistance as well to address the chronic challenges. And so reconfirming our commitment as WFP, even during a time of unprecedented crisis, to continuing to focus on development opportunities for addressing chronic hunger needs. That is the underlying message, so that he is aware of the commitment of this organization to continue to work on both sides of the equation and to continue to solicit his support for our work in the development area. No, I wouldn't agree with that. WFP was founded as both. Because of the nature of how the organization developed, as a 100% voluntarily funded organization, we can only perform work where donors invest in our activities. And for many years, the global community invested primarily in the humanitarian activities of the organization. So it limited our ability to perform many types of development work. But there's been a recognition by the global community that addressing only acute needs will come at a cost if you don't address resilience building and development activities. That you can save money by limiting a vulnerable population's or increasing a vulnerable population's ability to overcome and withstand shocks, and save money in the humanitarian space. So there's value in investing on that side to reduce the cost on the humanitarian side. We are hopeful that donors across the global community will provide us with what we call more multilateral or core funding to give us the ability to invest across the board in the tools that will ensure our ability to assist in a more long-term and strategic way. What does that mean? In other words, if we are only funded for 1 year, or for a particular project, that means that you can't provide the outcomes that will ensure that you can change the opportunities for people. But if we have enough resources that we can ensure that we have the ability to provide the multi-year support to a community, to an individual, to a family, we can begin to develop outcomes. So if the global community will provide us with more flexibility in funding, it will give us the ability to invest in areas where funding is needed to drive additional or better outcomes. We are receiving in-kind donations. The United States is our largest donor. They continue to provide us with in-kind contributions. The reality is, in some places where food is not available, in-kind donations is the only way for us to provide the food assistance that's necessary. But the United States is also our largest cash donor now as well, because there's a recognition that where food is available, but the poor and vulnerable don't have access to food, we hurt markets, we hurt smallholders if we bring in food. And so providing cash and where the opportunity provides to also provide vouchers, electronic vouchers, which is electronic cash, that gives people the ability to access nutritious food. So having the right tools at the right time to meet the needs of those we serve, that's what we need.